Hey guys, and welcome back to Triplus tutorials. Today we are in Bruma and of course in Oblivion, as you can see. So you have to go to the Braden Lorraine's house for the quest we're going to do today.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Reynold Triplus, will be allowed access. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lorraine is a vampire.
Oh no.
Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Triplus, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynold arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer.
Well, you know, I'm gonna persuade you.
As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living.
Persuade.
Please, go on.
Oh wait, that's already okay.
Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Wait, I'm gonna check the quest. The crime scene, he says, has lived in a killed vampire. I should question Bardom's wife.
Perhaps you can help. I can't believe this is happening.
Poor thing.
Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast.
Tell me what happened.
I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynold Triplus. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynold, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carriers, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynold convinced Carriers that Braden was a vampire.
Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Reynold character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here.
Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name.
Okay, Triplus tutorials will help.
I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar.
I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Sorry, I have a lot. So, I'm sure Erlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Rainiel has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Rainiel is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erlene by checking up on Rainiel. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Rainiel is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I am only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erlene is so distraught.
Okay, let's go into the basement.
Keep up the good work, I suppose.
So, looks creepy. Oh crap, I stole something. Okay, I didn't steal that. Know that. Where's my stolen thing? This is stolen thing? Yes, I dropped it. Good. I hope I have no bounty. Item stolen. Wait, how did I steal? Joke stalled. Whoa. Where can I? No, 0. Okay, great.
Excuse me.
Hello.
So merchants and innkeepers, but I know what innkeeper. The Olaf Tappen tracks or something like that. Tap and tack.
What can I do for you to... I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire.
Yes, of course.
I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken.
And they are.
When I heard Rainiel killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder.
You know where he is?
I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know.
So
All
that
right.
means I got
Now
Bradley.
that'll get you something.
Okay, wrong button.
Every little bit helps. Rainiel's staying in the last room down the hall. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
Okay, let's go for it. And yeah. And I'm going to look here. Oh, a journal. And I take it and I'm leaving here.
What can I do for you? Gelliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Rainiel told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Rainiel and his so-called accomplishment.
Okay.
And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and does...
Is that it?
Just look for me if you need...
Speak to
Anything else?
Carlos. I think that's the city guard. To who?
Back.
To
So, how do you know about that? Oh, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gelliborn was killed by Raynal not too long ago. Gelliborn was a vampire as well, obviously.
I disagree.
What do you mean, you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelliborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynal have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynal from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless.
Kill
I will
him.
rouse the guard and begin a
Okay.
search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
1 hour. You know? Oh, wait, I'm gonna follow you.